Hey everybody, it's Ron from Ron's Basement. Thank you for joining me today. I have a video for you about why I think gold mining stocks might explode this coming summer. There could be a perfect storm brewing which would result in serious price appreciation for gold and silver mining stocks. Just like the perfect storm that hit my neighborhood Saturday night and resulted in me not having electricity for the last 2 days. So I'm upstairs filming in the family room, but I wanted to get this video out to share with you my thoughts about why I think the summer could be good for precious metal mining investors. My first thought is this: retail. I saw an article this morning, it kind of prompted this video that stated that Goldman Sachs is predicting a further increase in retail trading in the coming years. It's my understanding and my experience that during the periods of time when the retail crowd develops any level of interest in the gold mining, precious metal mining stocks, the prices of the stocks tend to appreciate quickly, also known as explode. So, look, that's happened in the past, okay? That's a pretty good indicator that the retail crowd at some point in the future will once again develop an interest in the precious metal mining stocks. And a lot of these new retail investors are investing in things like GameStop, AMC, Bitcoin, all of which don't really have a good fundamental story behind them. But more on that later. The other factor that I think could really contribute to a explosion in the precious metal mining stocks would be if the institutional money comes back into the precious metals mining sector. I think the statistic is 0.5%, like 0.5% of total investable capital is invested in precious metal mining stocks. And the average over the last, 25, 30 years is like 1.5%. So if they just went back to the average, that would be 3 times as much money flowing into the precious metal mining sector. So if you get the retail crowd and the institutional crowd coming back, which they will, it's happened in the past, it'll happen again in the future, you're going to have a lot of money going after a very limited supply of stock available in the market. I think Doug Casey is the person who came up with this analogy that when the retail crowd and the institutional crowd comes back in, it's like trying to siphon all of the water out of Hoover Dam through a straw. Now, the other factor that I think is working in the precious metal mining sector's favor is just the fundamental value that these stocks represent. These new investors that are investing in things like AMC and GameStop and Bitcoin, I don't think, they don't really look at fundamentals. When they do, and eventually it does come back to fundamentals when it comes to investing in the stock market, what you see in the precious metals mining sector is just unbelievable value. Whether you're looking at the balance sheets, cash flows, comparing the market cap of these companies to the net tangible assets, the precious metals mining sector offers an opportunity that's hard to beat. And finally, the fourth factor that I think could offer a confluence that could really affect the price is just obviously the price of gold and silver. And it's had a rough couple days. We had today's June 21st, 2021. We had an FOMC meeting last week, and now the Fed is supposedly hawkish, so gold got hammered by $100. But, when you look at kind of the financial condition of our country, when you look at the debt levels that we have, when you look at the deficits that we're running, and when you look at the just basic monetary policy of the Fed of printing all this money, it's hard to put out a scenario over the next 5 to 10 years where we don't see an appreciation in the gold and silver prices. So those are my thoughts. 4 things: retail's coming into the sector, institutional money coming into the sector, the fact that it just offers an unbelievable value proposition, and the fact that the underlying commodities, gold and silver, I believe have a real solid story behind them going forward. So the other thing I'll throw in is I watched a great video on Kitco with a gentleman named Gareth Soloway. The headline of the video was, got me thinking that he was going to give some type of price prediction for gold going forward. And I almost didn't watch it because after last week I was a little kind of depressed about the gold price. But this Gareth guy has really struck me as being super sharp. And at the end of the video, he talks briefly about why he thinks the price of gold, and I believe silver, could appreciate sharply before the end of the year. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you found the information helpful and useful. My disclaimer, please do not make any decisions to buy, sell, trade, anything based upon the information that I shared with you. But I hope you enjoyed the video, like I said already, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.